So here's an interesting keyword, and that is workbook. I have not published any books, any workbooks actually before, but it's something that I've thought about. It's not really my interest. Um, I'm more so focused on like health and wellness types of um, nonfiction books. I don't really like workbooks, all of that, but this is one of the things that I would get into if honestly I was interested. So it's a keyword that I've been trying to research on for a bit for someone else, and it performs quite decently. And I think each time I see a book, um, a good example being The Lithium Theory by Mel Robbins, obviously, there's always going to be like a workbook. Someone comes up with like a summary, a workbook, or something like that. So it's almost like an evergreen type of niche to get into. There's always going to be like an interesting new theory, a new way to work through a problem. It's just always like, yeah, somewhat evergreen. And when I go into Publisher Rocket, I love seeing the green here. Oh my God, look at that. Oh, gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. So, first things first, just want to check this out for a bit. Workbooks. Although the number of competitors is quite intense. I mean, look at that. Very, very, very intense. But you could always find a way or work around this, right? If you kind of niche down even more. Overall, it's quite an interesting keyword. So workbook for 4-year-olds, 3-year-olds, kids, kindergarten. Yeah, so I see a lot of workbooks focused on kids specifically, which is interesting. I do want to see what these books look like. Workbook vocabulary. Oh, that's interesting. Where's the adult one? Workbook for adults. This is a this is one that I was interested in like, earlier on. This is my headline. Okay, great. So let's check out some of the keywords here as well. Adults. Okay, for first graders, yeah, we do see that if you really want to make a good decent amount, you should focus on kids primarily. Under 18-year-olds to be specific. Um, yeah, workbook for adults is not really that profitable for women, not really. For kids, not really a great keyword. I think you'd have to really be specific and niche down, as you can see. Oh, couples therapy workbook. Oh, that's an interesting one. So I just want to check what KDPSpy has to say about this keyword. So 70,000 results. Oh my goodness, yeah, that's hectic. But as we saw, even in publisher market, they are like the number of competitors are a lot. Like it has potential. I'll give you that. It has potential. Okay, interesting. Yeah, the competition is hectic. It's quite quite bad. But if you can find something specific, very niched, like something very specific, like maybe catering to sixth graders or seventh graders or something like that, you could absolutely make it work. You could absolutely, and yeah, like the total monthly revenue is really good. Um, there are books here that don't even have, um, what is it, a lot of reviews that are doing decently well. Anything under 100 doing this well is interesting. However, summer bridge activities, this could be, I do wonder what this is. Let's see if I can actually open. What am I doing? Um, Let's see what this looks like. Yeah, they're probably going to be dominating with ease. Okay, one of those. See what else is there. Look at the word cloud, masquerade. Okay. So then the workbooks are primarily focused on educational content, math, um, activities, summer. So that's what keeps popping up here. Interesting. Yeah, math seems to be the actually I do have a book on math that would like sell, and I would not really quite understand why because I had other similar books. Actually, that is a workbook, right? Yeah, I guess I do have a workbook. It would sell, but I would like be so confused because I really didn't focus that much on it. I don't even market it, nothing. But I think it's one of the most low effort books I've ever like made that just sell easily. So definitely something to look into. Yeah, definitely really hectic, um, competition wise, but find that thing, let's say, books for kids and parents. Oh, this is a very interesting little area that we're not going to get into right now. So let's say, hmm, actually, yeah, maybe the focus should be math. Let's do something like that. Math workbook. Hmm. Interesting, interesting, interesting. See what we get. Okay. Oof. Yeah. Very competitive already. Interesting. Looks promising so far. Okay. Hmm. Yep. Competition is quite tense, but it's very promising. Very, very promising. I think it's one of those keywords, if you really truly take your time with it and find that thing, the little gem inside of it that works, you would be quite profitable, honestly. Let me look at the word cloud in the meantime. Fractions, additions. Yeah. Okay. So then I guess your focus would be addition and fractions. Um, that seems to be the thing. Interesting. Just want to look at the reviews. This one says basic maths for adults. Wait a minute. Yeah, so ages, this keeps popping up. So I really do think focus on kids for sure. I mean, I guess you could find something that works for adults, but I would primarily focus on kids. Although these two are interesting. Elementary. Hmm. Okay. Now I just want to check this out on Publisher Rocket. Math board. See. You could also try mathematics, not just math. You could also try be more specific, multiplication, fractions, workbook, addition, workbook. It could be pretty much anything. You could add elementary, check out that keyword. I mean, so far there's a lot of green here. Obviously, I mean, KDPSpy confirmed that there is like high searches for that keyword, and we see that a lot with the number of results. However, we also know that the competition is a bit intense. But I think Publisher Rocket helps because you kind of get into the competitive score and number of searches, which is what I like. And obviously the average monthly earnings per keyword. Okay. Math workbook entering grade 2. That's interesting. Um, well, I like focusing on the ones that are green on both sides for searches and competition. This is for grade 5 and 6. Math work under 5. Interesting. Math workbook long division. Nah, I wouldn't focus there. Very interesting. So clearly anything under 6 works well so far. Here's grade 7 though. So then the focus should be elementary books focused on math. Yep, we keep seeing multiplication. Actually, I'd like to copy this. This keeps popping up. So far we're seeing what? Multiplication. And yeah, I don't see anything specific, but let's say mathematics. Do I even want to say workbook? Let's see. Yep, mathematics workbook, grade 1. Okay, let's see what this gives us. Open all of these, of course. Oh, I love seeing green. Workbook and workbook focused in mathematics. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so I now want to do multiplication. Perhaps I must check out multiplication before going anywhere else on its own. Multiplication workbooks. Kids. Well, let's see what shows up here. Mm, mm, mm. I wish there was a way to open up all the results at once. Because I never just want to open one specific thing. I need to see all of them to put my mind at ease. Because I might miss something. I want to look at the entire data set. Some interesting ones here that I'm seeing, which, yep, we get our greens. Hence why I don't like skipping some. I just want to open everything. Yeah, so far an interesting keyword. But you can actually do this for addition, division, all of that, and like get down to a specific niche focus within the math workbook keyword. There's something that might be interesting there. Okay, so far we don't have greens on both sides. Do we? Okay, so learning book. This would be a really great keyword to add with the other ones if you're going to be focusing on multiplication. So see, it's very important to definitely open all of them up and like break down your keyword. Flashcards. This might be helpful to target this audience and setting a workbook for multiplication. Interesting. This is a very interesting keyword. And I wonder what category does it fall under. Let me check out the category. Sponsored, sponsored. Okay, nope, we don't want that. Arithmetic, yes. I think this would be the mathematics. So should I just come here first? See what that gives us. Pure maths, popular and elementary. And let me check out this category first, actually. Ding. Um, okay. Let's see what we have here. Hmm, interesting. Yep, what I thought. Okay, so look at the word cloud. Okay, very grade specific. Of course, we know that. But the sales rank is decent. The total monthly revenue is decent. And a lot of these books have a lot of reviews, over 100. Okay, so I'm gonna come to popular and elementary. Why do I feel like this is a ghost category? Actually, let me check that out. Because very suspicious. Very, very suspicious. I wonder if it's just my publisher rocket always being so slow. Okay, so not a ghost. Insights. Oh, this category has relatively flat growth at a monthly rate of -2%. Okay. Expect high competition, but also high profits in the top ranking books. Yeah, as expected. We expect that. Okay, interesting. So now, let's see, preschool, preschool math. That's an interesting potential keyword. I'm interested in preschool. Mm. Also, I don't know, is it an American way, like preschool? Is it common in the US? I don't know. I feel like where I'm from, preschool is a very common term we use, but kindergarten isn't. So be careful there. I'd rather appeal more to the US customer audience than any because that's where most money comes from for any of my books. But if maybe you're focusing on the UK and maybe preschool is more common there, it makes sense. But I don't know. I haven't looked that deep into whether preschool is more common in one country than the other. So keep that in mind. Interesting. Okay, let me get out of there. Now let's get into arithmetic. Arithmetic. Um, check out what KDP Spy has to say. Yeah, Humble Math seems to be doing really well. Okay. Looks a little disappointing so far. Oh, look at that. Interesting. Not bad. Not bad at all. Not super great, but not super bad, especially with the total monthly revenue. I would love for this to be a little more than this. Because, yeah, this is not, doesn't look all that great. But you could work with it. So, yeah, multiplication, multiplication, multiplication seems to be a big thing. Hmm. But yeah, that's that for this little session that I thought I should just record. Maybe this could be a keyword or a niche you could look into. Let me know if you want me to look at any others. I'm not necessarily the best at keyword research, but playing around with these tools help.